from VA and now we on the move. From local to global, cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top. To hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. This a cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. With our future on the line, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is, ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yo, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. Now educated new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about to change, mind your business.
Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it.
What's up, y'all?
We're back.
We're back. We had a little technical difficulty, but let me put it on Miss Go Getter. Like she came to the studio late, so therefore it caused everything to be a little off tonight.
Wait a minute.
So.
Wait, hold it.
What?
How did it cause everything to be off? You're the one that had to connect everything. You could have tested it without me being here.
You know what? I actually did that though, but I think what happened, I don't know. That's why and we haven't gone live in so long.
So then don't put it on me then, okay? Okay.
Anyway.
So, but we are glad to be back now. You guys can hear us. How about that? How about that?
Most definitely. So thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Wait Again Minute podcast. It is season 7, episode 251. But before we get started,
you keeping count of that girl?
Yeah. I mean, I be on my job.
Okay, on your job. Okay.
Anyway, yeah, episode 251. So what we need you guys to do is share.
Yes.
So that other people can know what we got going on and what we're talking about tonight.
You can still stay on live and share while you're on live as well. You can still be up there and then just hit your little share button and then share it and then just keep watching.
Of course. So Ms. Go Getter, what are our random topics tonight?
Whew, girl, I'm not gonna run them down. We're just gonna go ahead on and talk about it. We're just gonna jump on in, talk about it. Just some things that been going on that people have been talking about. You might have seen or heard about it or whatever on social media or whatever, the news, whatever, just different little stuff.
The news?
Yeah, I don't know. They might have heard it on the news, girl. Some of the stuff is so, crazy. We just want to talk about it. I just want to talk about everything. I just want to get everybody's opinion about stuff, what your thoughts are. So I need everybody to, interact. Because I want to know what your thoughts are about, what we're talking about, because I'm going to tell you what mine are. And, Gail might tell you, what hers are,
You know what?
might go a little
what?
deep into it. We might have to cut her off.
No, but let me get you straight right quick, right? I've thought about something and you've been saying it pretty much. You've been saying it a lot.
Like what?
You was like, I'm a people pleaser. And let me tell you something.
Definitely.
Where's my camera at? Okay, right here somewhere, wherever. I'm not a people pleaser. I just, handle people with a little more care than my co-host does. So I wanted to get you straight on it because
that's true.
What?
I don't think that's true because I don't handle people reckless. I'm just saying, just say what your real thoughts are. You don't have to try to dilute it or sugarcoat it.
So you saying I don't say what my real thoughts are?
No,
I can't believe you sitting there saying that.
That's what I said. Yeah.
But anyway,
but it's okay. I mean, if that's it's just that trying to be a people pleaser can be stressful, and it can be unnecessary stress that you place on yourself because you're trying to please people and you can't.
Right.
It's just impossible to try to please people because they're going to find something that's not pleasing no matter what you do. They could say, "Hey, I want I want a cat." You go get them a cat, then they be like, "Oh no, but it's a cat, but it's not the cat that I want." But the only thing they asked you for was a cat. And you tried to please them by going to get them a regular cat.
Girl, anyway, but going on with our topics, because see, I'm about to get pissed off. See, and that's why I'm glad that we are who we are, right? we- we're going into a season, and I told Miss Go get this the other day. We're going into a different season with Wait Again a Minute. Like, our topics are changing, our the way we kind of handle things. It's gonna be a little different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have let's get into this. I really want to talk about this because I've been hearing about it. And I read some and I didn't see a little video. So I want to go ahead on talk about this for a minute. But do you think I should tell them about what's going on next weekend though?
Not yet.
Not
No.
yet.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. So I can't tell y'all now right now. And then we're gonna end up forgetting. But okay. Anywho, these pastors and these I'm gonna just say these pastors and people that are so religious that they're no earthly good, basically. Isn't that how it goes? Isn't that how most people say? You're so religious that you're no earthly good.
Right.
Meaning because you're so religious that you criticize everything other people do, and you have a whole bunch of mess and situations going on in your own life that you need to take
Tend
care
to.
of.
Yeah. That's right.
So my thing is, if you're so religious and you're saying that the Bible said this and the Bible said that, but then when it comes to you, you're talking about the Bible shouldn't judge, but you're walking around judging others all day long. Like it's almost like this is your mission. This is your purpose to judge people. And that's the part I guess I just don't understand because so are we saying that pastors are different from people like myself or just other people that's not super religious or that's not pastors? You're able to judge others, but others can't judge you or anyone else.
I don't know. I think what they do is what we do as a people. We have a
Mhm.
tendency to put pastors on a pedestal, right?
Right.
And we,
But wait a minute, but again, I'm not even speaking of putting the pastor on a pedestal. It could be the pastor put their self on a pedestal. You know what I'm saying? Like you have some pastors that criticize everything other people do. It has
Mhm.
nothing to do with a person putting them on a pedestal because let's say the person might not even really know that pastor, or that pastor might not even know that person. It's just talking about people as a whole. You have some pastors that talk about people as a whole. They can talk about people as a whole that um are criminals, people in a whole that are gay, people that in a whole that are, you know, well, a thief would be a criminal as well. But just people in whole period. They can talk about people in whole that are just men or just women. They just find something to talk about people, period. So I don't think it has anything to do with whether or not that person or whoever puts them on a pedestal. It's just that they just think themselves that they are above others. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely not. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
because
I'm
you were
trying
looking
to I'm
lost.
trying to follow you. I'm trying to figure out where you going, but I don't want to talk across you. So
No, that's where
I'm
I'm going. So is it a different thing what I asked earlier? Basically, what I want to know, are pastors and people that are super religious, are they able to judge although we are not supposed to judge versus a person like myself or well, you're not super religious, but are they able to judge and we can't? So they tell us not to
I
judge, but
I
they can
think
judge.
no. I think a lot of people use the Bible for what they want to use it for, to
Uh-huh.
to fit whatever they got going on or whatever they want to make relevant, right?
Right.
So to get to your question, um, no, nobody is a judge. It's only
Right.
one judge.
Right. But I think what it is with them, some of them think that they can judge. And when you say something back to them, and okay, and let me be a little bit more specific. Like you have one pastor that's on social media a lot, right?
Right.
And she has a habit of always going on social media ratting. What is it? Am I saying that right?
Ranting.
Yeah, ranting
Uh-huh.
about different stuff.
Mhm.
But basically, she's just blah 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 about different stuff. But she's always in a mess talking about people. But then when you say something back to her, she feels as though she's been attacked. And then that's when she says the devil is attacking. But I don't think, but you have people that's like that anyway. They play victim. That's just general. You have people that play victim. They can throw it at you, but when you throw it back at them, they're a victim. You didn't hit them upside the head, knock them out, but they didn't straight flatline you.
Oh, I get it. I get it. But
Right.
the whole thing is whenever you are, on social media or whatever it is that you're doing and you're putting it
Mhm.
out to the media, you have to be careful anyway because you're always going to get that
Right.
pushback.
You are.
So you got to
You
be,
are.
mindful that as well as, you're pushing stuff out, stuff
Mhm.
comes back at you. So a lot of
Exactly.
people, so from what I got from what you're saying is people will um throw the rock but hide the hand.
Right.
No, you
If
better
they gonna do it out
throw that rock and
exactly.
and protect your face.
Or throw that rock and just stand flat footed and say, "Yeah, I threw it," and just stand there in it. Don't go try ducking and hiding that like you didn't say anything. You said it. If you did such and such or you said such and such,
Mm-hmm.
own up to it and say, "Yeah, I said it. I did it. This is what I said. This is what I meant." But make sure that make sure you're good too. That you don't have a
And
whole lot of
you're
issues.
ready
So then
for
when
it.
they coming back for you, you won't feel so attacked. But you can't throw stuff at somebody else and
Yeah.
attack
Okay.
people
So
anyway.
let's get into that a little bit. I think I know where you at with this story.
Mhm.
With the Target issue, right?
Right.
It's his designer. He has his stuff now with Target.
Right.
He's partnering with Target.
Right.
And he is gay
Mhm.
and I forgot where he's from, like the
Oh,
UK
he
or
is?
somewhere like that. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So what he did was he has baby clothes with because June. Oh yeah, today is June 1st. Okay,
Yeah.
so beginning of the whole month of June is Pride, right? So he came up with this idea of baby clothes, books, music, whatever. And this
He actually has a whole section in Target because
he
not it's
does.
only baby clothes, it's
He
adults.
does. He does. But the
Mhm.
issue with the pastors and people wanting to ban Target is because
They feel like they was pushing an
they were pushing
agenda.
the agenda, the
Mhm.
narrative about being gay and onto the children. So they felt a certain type of way.
Which I think that's kind of crazy because since when a baby know what they're wearing? When did that start? Like I didn't know a baby really knew what they was wearing, what you put on them. So how is that pushing the agenda?
Basically, they're saying that, you're not teaching them about heterosexual, but you're teaching them about being gay, women being with women, men being with men, and
Mhm. Mhm.
LGBTQE, everything. So
Mhm.
they're saying, why not teach them something else instead of you teaching them something that's
But see, and
of
I
the
think
world?
that's a
It's
little
a
over. I think that's overboard as well, and I think that's a little extra because you go in Target and any of these other places, and you do see like you see the Mickey Mouse shirts, you see the Disney type shirts,
right.
you see the cartoon characters, you see all of this other stuff, and I just think it's just a variety. Like I was looking at somebody responded on TikTok and like he made a good point, this person on TikTok, he made a good point. And his point was basically like, so is it pushing an agenda when he goes in the store to get a t-shirt or something for his son, his 2-year-old, and it says, hide your daughter, or I'm a heartbreaker, or this that is it pushing the agenda of teaching him to be a pedophile or have him grow up to be, a a player or
Oh yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So is that pushing the agenda? Then he was like, if you go in and you see a commercial, you see something and you want a burger and it's telling you about vegan meat, is
Right.
that pushing the agenda?
I
He
don't
was like,
know.
it's just giving you options on what you want. It's
Right.
not really necessarily pushing an
I just
agenda.
think, in this world that we're in now, it's a lot of different stuff going on. And I
Mhm.
just think that, if you teach your kids about sex or you teach them about, how to be um manners or something like that or
Right.
whatever, you should teach them about that too because you don't wanna you don't want to have your kids out here and you didn't do your due diligence.
Right, exactly.
So
Exactly.
that's the only thing about that. I just when I looked at it, my whole take was that the aggressiveness behind it.
Yeah.
Like you had pastors snatching down the clothes and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And
And one of the videos I saw, actually the video that that gentleman was in, that's what he showed at the beginning of his video. He
mhm,
showed a pastor in there. And it's like, you a whole pastor. Like that's how you in there. So now you pushing the agenda to show kids how to act ignorant.
right. Yeah.
So
If you don't like
at what
something, just
point
go
it
off.
goes right back? At what point is it that it's okay to show one thing, but it's not okay to show another? Is it because the pastors, that goes back to my question. So is it that the pastors are the super religious, they get more pull than anybody else? They get more
I
say
don't know.
so.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think like,
Yeah.
when it comes to that, they just go look overboard.
Yeah.
And they
But
to me it's like, okay, you want to go overboard and be aggressive on that, but you want to go overboard and be aggressive when you sleeping with the trustee in the church, or
right.
or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
but we actually have a question. Um how do y'all feel about Diedrich Hatton dancing? Well, his wife was he had a birthday
Twerking.
party
Right, I saw
and
that
she was
video too.
twerking with him, at a party. I
I
don't feel
feel
no.
fine about that
Yeah,
because
me too.
that's her husband and that's his wife. So and it was his birthday party. So what's wrong with her dancing on her husband?
Right.
You
And
know what I'm saying?
they not having, um, enjoying each other whenever they do to
Mhm.
take me to the king. So
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel no type of way about
Yeah,
it.
I think that's fine because now I can see if he was at a party or somewhere and he had some random chick, twerking and dancing and bouncing all on him, and he has a wife. Then it's like, you're a pastor, and you up there doing all that, and you have a whole wife. But it was his wife,
Yeah.
so it's like that's her husband, that's his wife. They can do that,
Yeah. And I think the setting was appropriate too.
right?
He turned 50. So he's enjoying himself. So,
Yeah,
he's just living life, and I
yeah.
don't think there's anything wrong with
Yeah,
that.
I don't believe that a pastor, just because you're a pastor, you're supposed to live uptight and can't have fun and laugh
Right.
and enjoy it. Now, I don't think that you should be able to, and that just me. I don't think it's appropriate if you out sloppy drunk somewhere, and you're
Ho ho
caught
ho
on
ho ho ho.
video
So you
sloppy
saying
drunk.
they don't gotta be you don't want them to be sloppy drunk, but if they drinking in the house, or
Hey, a
they
lot
out
of
at
them do
dinner and
it.
they get a little
Hey,
glass of
they
wine, it's
they can have
fine.
some wine because didn't Jesus have wine too?
Yeah, but
So they can have wine too then. That means, they follow in the Bible, they can have wine. Yeah, that's what
now
I'm saying.
see, you know what? And
That's what they doing.
you
But that's
exactly let me put this
but I
camera
don't
on
think
you. You are definitely now look at your camera because I want everybody to see that she's definitely one of those ones who use the Bible for what she needs to use it for.
hey, well, half of them do it too. Half of them do exactly that. So it's like, hey, that's what they get to do. That's how it goes, obviously.
I
Hey,
don't know.
I don't know. That's how it go. Everybody seems to do it. Everybody seems to have a mess
I don't
going
know. But
on.
before we get into our next topic, let me go to this commercial right quick.
Hi, my name is Shantae with Genesis Home Healthcare Services. We offer personal and respiratory care services, and we are now accepting new clients. If you know anyone that's in need of services, please have them reach out to us today at 757-606-0154. Or they can stop by the office and come see us at 601 High Street, Portsmouth, Virginia. And by the way, we are also hiring for RN, LPN, CNAs, and PCAs. They can contact us at the same number. Again, that number is 757-606-0154. Or they can come by the office as well to put in their application. Again, just remember the name, Genesis with the J, Home Healthcare Services.
Yep, y'all. So I just gotta put a little shameless plug in there.
Yeah.
And it's
Okay. It's not really shameless.
no, and it's ironic though because you spelled it with a J, but it's basically for the first book in the Bible, Genesis. And we used to there
The
talking about the Bible.
beginning.
Yeah, in the
Yes.
beginning.
Ain't that something?
Absolutely.
Yes. But anyway, so that was a little thing I want to get off my chest right quick. Anything you want to get off your chest right quick, or do you want me to talk about something else I have on my chest too?
Nah, because I'm sure you have a whole lot to run down.
I'm telling
Um,
you.
before I go to my next top, before I go to the next thing that's on my mind, the first thing I want to talk about is um, and it's still dealing with church, right? The first ladies. I think that the first ladies of churches can make or break the husband or
The ministry.
the ministry, period.
Hmm.
Because
I think so too.
a lot of them, aren't approachable.
Hmm.
And to me, and I'm just speaking on me, when I see the ones who are like fire, like they're like a storm, they, you know, are
Talking about
deeply
a good
rooted in the word.
storm.
Yeah, yeah, like a good storm,
Okay.
meaning, that pastor is bringing the word, whether it's a woman or a man, and
Mhm.
they really can go. But their helpmate to me is like, oh man, like I don't even want to go to this church. Like I don't even want, him or her to come because I don't like the attitude and disposition of the
Yeah.
first lady.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. And I understand that too. And that's true. I don't either.
But
If
do you think that they should like sit back and say anything, or I ain't gonna say anything,
who
but
shouldn't sit back and say anything?
meaning the first lady.
Okay, when you say sit back and say anything like
Meaning like I
I
let me
think let me say
rephrase
this.
that.
I think if they have a nasty attitude
Mhm.
and I think that spouse, whether I think he, the husband or the pastor or whatever, I think they should know their wife. So if they know that their wife, and it could be a female pastor with
Mhm.
the first man.
First
What you
yeah.
call the what do I, is it called the
First what is was like first gentleman, I think.
oh, I
I
don't
think I
know. I
just made
never
that
been.
up.
I never, yeah, because I never heard of one, so I
I
don't
know
know.
I heard of first gentleman
I've
though.
never been to a church where a female was the pastor, so I don't know what they call her husband. But
Husband.
anyway, yeah, they could just call him husband.
First husband.
Yeah, it could be that though.
Right.
But speaking from my experience, I just feel as though if you know your wife has a nasty disposition about themselves and they're not that approachable or
Mhm.
they're not that friendly or whatever the case may be, I think that should be a discussion that they need to have, number one. But if he came into the church and he came into the church with that spouse, yes, they need to have a discussion. But if he was already at the church and then he bought that spouse, got married, meaning while he was a pastor,
Right.
then I think that should have been something that he should have double checked before the dating started. Because somewhere up in there, you had to kind of see how they work. Just like, for example, like Shawnee used to be O'Neal, now it's Henderson.
Right.
I think, she went from, a basketball wife to a reality show star to a producer and all that. So she's in the entertainment world.
Right.
But I think she, from what I'm seeing and from when I watch his service, and all, it seems like she's blending in with him and that his
Mhm.
church is loving her because she has a good personality anyway.
Right. Right.
So she has that personality where she can easily blend in and they can easily, you know, come to her or approach. She's approachable, basically.
Now you know what? That's a good analogy, and that was a perfect example too. Because early when I was thinking about it, I they too came to mind. Right?
Mhm.
I think that she compliments him very well.
Right,
Although when she said like she didn't when she first started going to the church or whatever, oh before they got married, she didn't sit on the front row or anything.
right.
She
Because
sat in,
she
she
probably didn't
blended.
feel
She did
comfortable.
right. She didn't feel comfortable, and she even stated several times that like she don't know how to be a first lady, and he
Right,
told her to be herself.
right.
But I think
But
he's
on the flip,
equally yoked though with her
but
though.
on the flip side of that, so when you're talking about a first lady that's not as friendly or not as approachable,
Right.
they could genuinely be being themselves, just have a bad disposition about themselves, but they could be being themselves. So should they alter that a little bit?
I think I'm not saying alter that, but do I think that that's something that then they need to consider? Um, that yes, that's
Hmm.
who they are,
Hmm.
but when you're dealing with people and everybody got a lot of stuff going on, you got to kind of change some things up.
Right. I just think
to
that
do
you
some
have to,
self-reflection.
yeah, because everybody, that goes back to say everybody is not meant to be in every role.
Right.
And you could have, your wife, that pastor wife could very much so not meant to be in the role of a first lady because they might not have self-confidence, or they might feel a certain kind of way, even if they feel a certain kind of way about the people in the church, or they might feel a certain kind of way about the pastor having to be away from the home a lot, or they
Or
could
the
feel
women in his face.
right, or they could feel a certain kind of way about the women, other women in the church that he has to deal with or talk to, because they might have jealousy issues. So I think it's a lot to deal with that. However, I think you have to be ready and prepared to be in that position, and it has to be meant for you to be in that position. Just like it's supposed to be meant for a pastor to be a pastor, but these days I don't know if it's really meant, or you
Or
just
call.
wake up.
They were calling.
Yeah, a calling, meaning you're meant to be there, whatever. But sometimes I think people just wake up and say, "Ooh, they making a whole lot of money. Let me go do that too."
Yeah, that made
You know
that
what I'm
made
saying? So let's like, let me drag this wife of mine with me, and that wife isn't meant to be a first lady because there's nothing first
that
lady
I
about.
think like and we just on the outside looking in, but just
Right?
having a little common sense, because we realize everybody doesn't have it. I've learned that,
No, they
right?
don't.
So being a first lady, I'm sure is a big task. So you
Yeah.
have to be strong and built up to be able to help
Right.
him,
That.
because I'm sure,
Mhm.
or her, because he's dealing with what he has going on personally and
Mhm.
everybody else in the church.
Right.
So he's responsible for a lot of people and a lot of different things. So she has to be strong in who she is and be able to back him. So I think
Right.
with her doing that and
Mhm.
being, personable and being, because sometimes I feel like if the first lady is approachable, that's you should be able to go to your first lady before you go to your pastor
Right. Exactly.
in confidence, and that not they not have pillow talk, or and maybe
But
she can help
yeah.
you or he can help you.
I think that's the case, but to be honest, I don't know if that's really realistic to assume that they wouldn't have pillow talk. But I guess that just depends on their relationship as well, on that person. So if your first lady, or even your first lady, have a bad disposition about themselves, I would say it's safe to assume. Well, first of all, you probably wouldn't even want to talk to them.
Right, right, right.
Second of all, I would say
Absolutely,
it's safe to
absolutely.
assume that they probably had pillow talk and phone talk and everybody else talk, because then they're talking about you spreading your business. But anywho,
I don't know. That
I
was
don't
my
know.
take on it, and my thought. Excuse me. I just think that
Mhm.
if you are a first lady or first gentleman or whatever, I think that you should be approachable, but with
Yeah,
boundaries, of course.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. I agree with that. I think so too. But everybody, at the same time though, they're human just like we are human.
yeah,
But it's just
absolutely.
that certain expectations, because at the end of the day, it's still a job, because the church is still really a
It's a business,
business.
definitely a
And it
business.
now
Yeah,
is, it used to be a business, but it's supposed to be nonprofit, but now it's more becoming seem like it's more
girl,
profit.
you gonna have these people not liking us tonight.
Oh,
Like you just giving the
oh,
411, like you just letting them know. But hey,
okay. Well,
I'm here
anyway,
for it.
as
The
I was
truth, the whole truth,
saying,
nothing but the truth.
exactly, because as I was saying, it's supposed to be nonprofit, but really and truly, it's not. It's really a business, and it's for profit. Let's make that clear. That's what it is. So therefore, you have a position. You have a position for this business, and your
Right,
position is first lady. You gotta act like a first. You gotta act like a lady, and then you have a position to assist the pastor with people in the church. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, if he's busy and he can't go see the sick and shut in, you do it. If
I don't
if
even know if
someone
they
in the
do that
church,
anymore.
someone in the church needs to talk to the pastor, but he can't talk to this one and that one and this one and that one at the same time and still eat, breathe, and sleep. So you do it. But if people don't feel comfortable with talking to you because you looking down on them, or you acting
Right.
like you
Yeah.
so much better, or you just have a nasty attitude, or you feeling a certain kind of way about this one, then that kind of ruins his position a little bit, because now people don't want might not want to talk to you. They're definitely not gonna want to talk to you, but now they might not want to talk to him, or they might feel a certain kind of way, period.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, oh no. But that's just what it is. So I don't know.
Mhm.
I just think at this point,
At
everybody
this
just
point,
need
I'm
to
gonna just
think
say this.
watching.
Gam is just saying this. At this point, if you are first lady or first gentleman, just like Miss Go Getter said, or a pastor or whatever, it's a position, right?
It is.
And that position can be up or down. Like you can have it or not.
Exactly.
So
You can.
everybody's replaceable.
Most churches, you're voted in and you're selected. So if they say, "Hey, we need to get rid of him just to get rid of her," then hey, bye. You know, I'm just saying. Yeah, now you're sitting on the pew next to me. Now we all just sitting here. Now you need to go talk to the first lady or the pastor that came after you. Because you sitting up here with me.
That's true. But anyway,
Yeah. Now let me ask this question. Because, yeah, I know we all over the place with stuff, but it's just stuff that we have been seeing or things that was on our mind or just discussions that we have amongst our friends or whatever. Okay. A question.
yeah, she gonna say something retarded now.
Oh, I'm not. Don't say that. You don't want to say something retarded because you do it all the time. But no, seriously. I saw where it was a good discussion. At what point would you dump the person that you're in a relationship with? If they keep cheating on you, at what point will you get rid of them? Would it be the first time they cheated or the 10th time they cheated? Or do you just stay and say, okay, I'm going to do it too, and we just stay? And then if that's the case, then what are you staying for?
Well, you go ahead and answer that first, because see, I'm about to get pissed off already because you said the first or 10th.
Yeah, because
Ain't no way. Ain't no
they
way
get
in the world.
they
No.
get cheated on you the
No.
first time. Then you say, okay, next thing you know, the 10th time you say, okay, I'm tapped. At what point? I think for me, okay, yeah, a mistake can be made. So you might consider, and I guess it depends on the level of that mistake, I guess you would say for the first time.
No. No.
But surely you are completely gone before we even get to the 5th. I wouldn't even know about the 10th. 10th be on with somebody else. The 10 would clearly, for real, be with somebody else because, yeah, because how do it go? First time,
Shame on me.
you. No, shame on you.
Sec-
How it go? It
It
will
don't
how it go?
matter.
First time, shame on you. Second time, shame on me. Third time,
You out of here.
yeah.
I don't
But
know. I
but I
think
saw somebody say they said, well, they would stay. I seen people say different stuff. They was like, oh well, I'll stay. And I'll just do it too. And I'm like, but why?
getting in the bed with someone is no mistake. Definitely not. And definitely
Well,
not
you
a
might
not a
not be in the
mistake.
bed. You could have been in the alley. You could have been in the bathroom. You could have been, in the car. You could have been anywhere.
Also, okay, good. I'm glad you said it. So you doing something that we don't normally do. We missionary, but you with them and you in the alley, you in the car. Oh, I'm leaving you then. It's done.
So you say so? I mean, that could be something that they used to. They could have been doing that too with you.
Okay, but
But they
then
just
but
this is what they
then
do.
you doing to them what you do to me, then you still gone.
Well, yeah. I mean, you really
Yeah,
could.
point blank period. Like it's I
So
don't
you
know.
saying that? Okay. So you saying if they cheat on you the first time, long as they don't do the same thing that they was doing with you.
No, I'm just saying that's to me, that's an automatic deal breaker. If you cheating and you're doing what you do with me with that person, that's a deal breaker for me.
Oh, so what is it different that they would be able to do with you that they would do something totally different with the other
One,
person?
I don't know.
So you saying that
I'm
if they
hypothetically speaking because
so,
I'm a little
yeah,
loony.
'cause
So
that goes back to I knew you were gonna say something dumb.
so
'Cause
I
ain't
don't
no
know.
way.
I don't know if
I'm just saying they could, or they could have. Sometimes people, I don't know. I think people like might mess around for different reasons. Maybe they're just not being satisfied mentally. Maybe they're not being satisfied sexually. Maybe they're not being satisfied financially. So that other person is feeling that void or whatever it is that they're missing.
you
So the
can't feel
question
them.
would be,
No, Miss Go Getter, see.
because say for example, okay, so you might be fulfilling that person mentally,
Mhm.
but you're not fulfilling them financially or sexually. But this person over here might be doing so.
Okay, so but you have to
So
be open to that. Meaning
Right.
just because, like
Right. So that's the question. We're not assuming that
so
the
you
person.
so you
we
so you
assume the
leaving the
person
door open
already.
a little bit.
Right. So we're just assuming the person already messing around. Okay. We went past all that.
Okay.
At what point do you leave them? You
For
already know
me,
they messing around. You already know you're lacking clearly something, or the person could just have just that drive that this is just what they want and what they do.
if that's what they want, if
Mhm.
it has happened and I
Mhm.
found out about it, and then we sit down on the table and we had a serious conversation about it and everything was put out there, whatever, then I'll have to assess it from there. But
At what point are you gonna assess it from there? The 5th time, 10th
no,
time,
it won't be
20th?
no, no, hell no,
Okay.
it would not be it
Because you
because at
saying
that
every
at that
y'all,
point,
Gam saying everything, but Gam still ain't answer the question. Why are
I'm
we going around the world?
no.
Like I said, I think for me, I would maybe do the first time. Like,
And
okay,
the fifth and sixth time, because you got a lot of excuses. But I mean, hey,
no,
I mean
no,
that's your life,
this is my thing. No, then maybe if I was the one doing it, yeah, I would say give me some chances or whatever. But if I'm the one getting it done too, no, we're not doing a whole lot of chances because, yeah, I don't do.
I don't, yeah, I
Too
don't know.
good for
It
that.
depends on what happened, how it happened. It's a lot that goes into that. I can only
Yeah.
answer hypothetically. If I'm in that, this depends on my emotions and how much I'm involved with that person or whatever. Or it may have been something that I might could have been not feeling good one day and fell over, bumped my head and thought that, oh, it was my fault you went out there and did what you did. But that's really rare.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that when people cheat, they're mean.
They're mean.
Yeah, I think that when when you're the cheater, you're mean in the relationship. Meaning,
That's
like
interesting.
you don't think so?
What do mean got to do with what?
Meaning not meaning that if you are the cheater in the relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you're mean to that person that you're cheating on. I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know. I've always
I
had
don't
that
know.
theory.
Gam just gave me a headache, y'all, because I don't know what she's talking about.
No, I'm telling you, like I'm not saying meaning that okay, if you're in a relationship with somebody, right? You are the cheater. You're Miss Go Getter. You're the cheater.
Right. Okay.
You mean to the person that you're in relationship with, but the person that you're creeping and having a good time with and everything, kiki kaka, you're not as mean to them as you are to your core person. I don't know. I've always thought that. I don't know. Maybe this is the way I think. I think a little different from everybody else. I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool too.
Yeah, you're a little different. Yeah. Oh, okay. So
I don't know.
she said
But
mean.
I do. One of the questions was if both of you are cheating, why be together?
Right. Exactly. I don't know. I guess, and then maybe they still together because maybe that person is providing financially and they keeping everything in line. So
But
maybe they cheating. See, I think because there's a reason for everything. So there's a reason why they might be talking to somebody else or cheating with somebody. I don't know, but I know some people will still stay. It's be, oh, they say the kids, they say, oh, because this person is paying everything, or they saying that this person, basically like taking care of them, but they might be, or they say, oh, well, they ain't giving me nothing, but they good in this way, but they don't take care of nothing.
I don't know. I think that's just some
So it's like,
old back in the day stuff, and
but
it just don't work for me. It just don't
because
work.
back in the day, people stayed together.
Right.
Back in the day, they stayed together no matter what.
That's why
The
you see the people now, they've been
daddy,
married like 30 years and they're getting divorced.
yeah, but I'm talking about even before then, because 30 years, there's nothing. That was just yesterday. It seemed like 30 years was a long time way back, 30 years ago. But now, today, 30 years seem like yesterday. But I'm talking about like way back, like when they got married, they stayed together. The man might have had a baby with the neighbor or the lady across the street.
One thing you're not gonna do is get up here and tell my family business. No, I'm just messing with you. They do that back in the day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had
Older
kids,
people,
and then
yeah.
the kids stay right across the spouse, you know, the husband and had a kid with the lady across the street. Now she across the street from you with her kids, and you over here with your kids. They playing together, or going out on a date together, and the whole time they brothers and sisters or
What?
whatever.
Come
And
again?
yeah,
So say it again now.
okay. So let's say for example, your granddaddy snuck out right on your
Mm-hmm.
grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he snuck out with the lady across the street. So now she done had a kid. So now your grandmother had kids, and the lady across the street had kids, and they're sisters and brothers, but they don't know that because it's like the mother act as though she didn't know that he was going across the street to mess with the lady across the street. So now she has a kid, and the kids go out or something because they don't know they sisters and brothers. They just know they neighbors or they schoolmates or whatever,
Mm.
and they go out not knowing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thankful that I was born in 77 because I
Um,
couldn't have did it back then.
yeah, but stuff like that happen. But that's how you end up having like a whole lot of kids that's like the same age as this one. You're like, well, how they the same age and you was married? Yeah, they done snuck out, child.
Women stayed um back in the day because they didn't have a choice, is one of the viewers said.
Why
They
they
stayed
didn't
in
have
their
a
relationship.
choice though?
I don't know.
Is it wait, that goes back to what I was saying. Is it that they didn't have a choice because of finances? Because the man worked, so he paid everything. So they said to stay for that reason.
It could be a plethora of reasons. I'm just glad I won't back then.
Good, you said a plethora of reasons. I know that's right, girl.
Yeah,
Go
you know.
ahead on, girl. Snatch that on out, honey.
You know,
Yes.
you definitely a hater.
Yes. I know that's right,
Definitely,
girl.
definitely a hater.
Mm.
But yeah, so I don't know. To each his own. I think people do what works for them.
Yeah.
But I think when you have kids and stuff involved and stuff like that or whatever, it's
Mhm.
like you got to handle it a little different.
Well, I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
because I think that if you ready to go, you just go. I don't think the kids should be the hold up of
No,
it.
oh, I'm not saying the
Right.
kids are the hold up.
Yeah.
Because if he, if they want to keep the kids, I can see the kids on the weekend. It don't matter. Because what I'm not going to do is, subject myself to something that,
Yeah.
ultimately, like, I'm not happy. So
Yeah.
I'm just going to be there
Right.
because I got 5, 6 kids and,
Oh, back in the day, honey, they had them kids, honey. They was popping them kids out left, right,
Sandra,
center.
you ain't lying.
Popping out left, right, center. So
That's
they had a
Sandra.
lot of kids, and then he had extra kids, and before you know it, he had about 20 kids. And he didn't had 20 kids, and you done pushed out 12. So it's like,
Mm,
well, where them other kids come from? Because he got 20, you only have 12. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Hmm. But anywho,
I don't know. Financially, keep in mind women couldn't get credit, housing, etc.
right,
in the 60s. You needed a man. Okay, gotcha.
right. So that was one reason why they
Well,
stayed
that
for
on something like
finances.
that, you have to weigh your options. We're just saying, if when you know better, you do better.
Mhm.
That's that's basically all we're saying. I just I just want to tell the Lord thank you that my mama had me when she had me because she couldn't have had me then no way because she was born in the 60s. My mother birthday tomorrow, y'all.
Girl, when I tell you, you
My mother be
crazy.
61 tomorrow.
Did she want you to announce her age?
Yes.
She told you to announce it?
No. But she's fine. So happy birthday.
Happy
Um,
birthday.
but yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna get her.
Mm. Ain't no way, no way you just announce her.
Stop telling my aunt business, scam.
Ain't no way you just
Oh,
announce
she is
her.
she is proud. She proud to be 61, baby. She she told me the other day.
Well,
Yesterday she must have well, I think I'm gonna just come on out. Come on out of where you gotta be 65 now.
right.
You got a couple more years, baby.
Oh, she talking about retiring already because she
Retire.
turning 61.
Yeah, because she turning
Oh, yeah, she
61.
got to go on to work. Yeah, don't be late for your job now. Don't lose your job.
Absolutely. So let's go get it. What else on your mind before we wrap it up, if anything?
I thought you had some stuff on your mind. 'Cause you ain't said
What
nothing.
else? What else is
Ain't no way in the world.
what else is on
Oh,
my
but let me
mind?
tell y'all this that's on my mind too. Why she thinking about what's supposed to be on her mind, but clearly she had nothing on her mind. Okay. Pajama party, June the 10th.
If you're in our area.
If you're in our area, if you're in the Virginia area, in the 757 area, I don't care if you're in the 804 area, or if you're in Maryland or DC and you want to come to the pajama party, hey, come on out to the pajama party. It's June 10th. Hit us up in the inbox on on Facebook and DM on Instagram if you're interested. If you want a ticket, tickets are $25. It includes food, drinks, music. We're gonna have fun. You must wear pajamas, and it's open for men and ladies, of course. But you must wear pajamas because it's a pajama jam. So we all gonna like come on out, have on our pajamas, already be dressed in our pajamas, come out, have some fun, and then just go home and go to bed. Yeah, just like that. So y'all hit us up if you want these tickets. They're $25. It's gonna include food, um, drinks, and music. We're gonna have the DJ, and it's from 9 p.m. to 1 p.m. Oh no, sorry, no, it's not all those hours. 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay, it's not gonna be that many hours. So y'all come on out, hit us up in the inbox, DM us on Instagram. Let us know you want a ticket so you can get your ticket and come on out. That's next Saturday, June the 10th, 9 p to 1 a. $25 tickets. Pajama jam. I'm excited actually. Like we had people that had already did their tickets. They out looking for pajamas, want to have their pajamas on. However you want to do your pajamas, however you go to bed. So if you go to bed in
Ain't no way in the world you sat there and said that.
no,
However
you go to bed, in pajamas. I know some people go to bed nude. No, that's not your pajamas, boo. Okay, stink, stink. But like for the fellas, you can put on pajama pants and like your little white beater tank top shirts or whatever. Or either just your white tees or a whole pajama set. However you want to do it, right? Put on your slippers if you want to have on your slippers. However you want to do it, because we're gonna be relaxed, we're gonna have fun, and it's a pajama jam. So we're gonna have fun, eat, drink, and dance in our pajamas.
And that's it. And this dancing, and then you go home to your significant other.
Well, where you go to after that, I have nothing to do with.
I'm just saying, Miss Go Getter, because the way you just sit and said, like they come, with the basketball shorts on, and
Well, because people sleep in different things. As long as you're not nude, just be respectful of yourself and others. As long as you're not nude, but come out in your. I'm just saying for some guys, because some guys are like, well, I don't wear pajamas. Some guys wear just pajama pants or sweatpants or basketball shorts or whatever. That's what they sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's what they sleep in, that's.
But you got some girls that just wear t-shirts to bed.
Well, they know they can't come with their ass out. Okay.
I'm just trying to make sure that we cover all that.
Yeah, we covering all that. I said be respectful. So if you thinking you coming with all your booty cheeks out is respectful to you, well, it's not respectful to us. So please don't come with your booty cheeks out. Okay.
A teddy.
Okay.
Yep. Miss Mary said a teddy.
Just don't do that. Just come looking cute. Yeah, you can wear your little teddy. But put on some little shorts or something. Just come looking cute and just come having fun and have a positive attitude.
There's gonna be some mad people when they show up in lingerie. Absolutely.
Well, who show up in lingerie?
When they come out in their lingerie.
Yeah. Just don't have, okay, so at first we were saying no lingerie. I was thinking like no lingerie or whatever. But then it was like, okay, well, some people do sleep in lingerie. Okay, so if you want to come out in your lingerie, just don't come out in your lingerie and we can see your nipples. And don't come out with your lingerie and we can see your kitty cat. Just don't come out in your lingerie and we seeing all that. Like we want to have fun and we want everybody to feel comfortable. So you might feel comfortable like that, but the person that might be standing or sitting next to you might not feel as comfortable.
Right. So, but okay,
you gotta realize some people coming out with their men. They don't want y'all in the bathroom or in the car.
Right. Yeah. No, I'm just saying because no see through. Right. And also, and to see you addressing the women, but the men too. Like you may sleep, with pajama pants on, and you might sleep free ball, but don't come there swinging low.
Oh yeah.
Or upper. It depends on what
you're working with.
What you're working with. Might be upper or lower.
Well, if it's upper, we wouldn't know if it's swinging not anyway. So hey, I'm just saying. But what? I'm
I'm
just saying, just
thinking
everybody
about
come
it.
out and have fun. It's $25. Hit us up in the inbox so you can get your tickets, and we just gonna have fun. What?
Miss Mary says no one wants to eat and drink smelling your kitty cat.
Right,
You get. I need an airport. I mean, I need oxygen.
right. We
Oh,
don't, because we don't want it to be smelling like yacht boxes and all
you
that
ain't
now.
never lied.
So
Cause
yeah,
that would
so
be a
we
good
just
thing.
want to come out and have fun, y'all. So
Yeah,
y'all
it's
just
just
come on out.
to do something different.
Different. Yeah, to do
Yeah,
something
that's
different
basically
to
what
have.
it is.
And then I look at it too. If we all dress down, we all relax. Cause usually when you put on your pajamas, what you relax, you want to chill. You just kicking back. So it's like we can just have fun. You're not trying to get into no rah rah. You're not trying to cut no food when you have on your no.
Yeah,
So
we got
in your
yeah, you slipping
pajamas,
and
we're gonna
sliding.
be chilling. We're gonna be having fun, and we're just gonna be everybody just enjoy. So yes, it's open for men and women. Or
But you
should I
know
say
what?
women and men? Because some of the men like, is it for us? Yeah, it's for you
You know
too.
what? You know what we should have did was well, y'all should did because I didn't have no plan any
And this
part
is
in it.
presented. This is brought to you by J Taisha and the Wait Again Minute.
Um, when you we should did no pictures. Like people take pictures of people, whatever, or no cameras. Like because I don't know
Oh,
something different.
okay. Okay. Yeah. So y'all just come on out. The flyer's been posted on the page. So y'all share it. Tell your friends, get your girls, get your guys. Y'all come on out and have fun. And say, hey, let's go get these pajamas. You can go get pajamas from anywhere. You can go to Walmart, Target, Old Navy. Those that want to go to Nordstrom's, or those that want to go to
Roses.
Saks, Roses, Big Lots, wherever you go. I don't care where you go. You can make you some if you want to. But just come out and have fun. So it's brought to you by J Taisha and Wait Again a Minute. We have pint pours on the bar, and we have DJ Marky Mark on the ones and twos. And we're just gonna have fun, okay?
Yep. And
All right.
you know what? But before we end, you know what's on my mind? Be yourself.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people like to compare themselves to other people, especially like now with the
With
world we're
social
in with social
media,
media. We find ourselves, comparing ourselves to the next person. You don't know how that person has what he or she has or
or
how
what
they're
they had to
doing it,
do.
and you're trying to be like them and you're asking for something that you have no idea what it took for
None.
them to get to where they are.
No idea. Right. That's true.
So be yourself. Like everybody else,
It's taken.
definitely taken.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
and when you focus on you, I promise you, when you focus on you and what you got going on, what you need, and what motivates you, and
Mhm.
um, you ain't gonna have time to compare yourself to anybody else. But if you had that idle mind, then that's like the devil's workshop too.
It is.
So definitely be careful
That's
and
what they
be
say. An idle
authentically
mind
you.
is the devil's playground.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So yeah, be yourself. I see a lot going on, and people just be like, it's nothing wrong with being inspired by people, right?
Right. You can be inspired by people.
Right.
But then, being inspired just means you look at their idea, or you look at what they're doing because they inspire you. And it's like, oh, I wouldn't mind, being able to click that button like that. But you don't have to go and click the same button that they're clicking. Try to click a different button that's more of you.
Or two, you can ask them, say, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I never even thought about, doing a shoestring business, right?
Right.
But I saw you did it and it kind of like piqued my interest. So
Yeah.
you not only getting, the information or whatever that you need,
Mhm.
but you're also showing that person
That
like
they inspire
that they
you.
inspired you.
But some people don't want to do that. They'll sit and you're inspiring them, but they don't want to let you know. So instead of them letting you know, they'll just try to copy you. And it's like, you're doing a piss poor job right now. But
Not a piss poor
anyway,
job.
yeah. And so, but only thing they had to do is but they do that because they don't want to let you know that they see you.
Mhm.
And they don't want to have
I
to give
promise you
you.
this. Regardless if nobody ever says anything to you or acknowledge you at all, if you put it out there,
They see you.
somebody seen it. So with that being said, you keep putting it out there for people. So when the time comes that they need it or or whatever it is, they're gonna think about you.
Right. 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 They are.
So definitely don't.
And so since we're talking about that, you want to start your business or you have a business or whatever, hit us up for advertisement, promotions, sponsorship. Yeah, let us help you grow your business, okay? So we can help you grow your business as well.
Right.
We
And
can
it
put it
takes
out there
money
for you.
to make money.
Yeah.
Like people, when you post about, your sponsorship or whatever it is, people hit you up, but they don't want to pay their money. Like it's a win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put money out there in order to make money.
Yeah. So just hit us up. You can always, just hit up DM us on Instagram or inbox us on Facebook and just let us know. Hey, you want a ticket for the party? We got you. You want sponsorship and advertisement or promo? We got you on that too.
If you're a dope individual and you are exclusive and you want to come sit on the hot seat, well, it ain't here today, but hit us up.
Yeah. And
Hit us
then
up.
with that we'll talk about and see how dope you are though.
Oh, okay, Miss Logan, say that again, because I'm gonna put your camera on so you can say it again because you kind of muffled when you
What?
said that.
Said what?
When I said about hit us up if you dope and you want to be on.
Oh yeah, what I said was, oh, what you think? I ain't gonna repeat myself. And then we'll see and talk to you and see if you're really a dope individual or not. Okay. Okay.
Definitely. Oh no, I wasn't saying that this hit us up and it will automatically be on. No, I wasn't saying
Oh,
that.
okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm glad that you clarified that. So that
Yeah.
people know.
But anyway, I enjoyed talking to everyone tonight. Next week we will be back next Thursday at 7 p.m. live. Except we are going to have 4 other people up here with us. Whew, it's going to be a pure
So
full
it's Wait Again a Minute and Friends.
friends. Yes,
The
so
Flossy Posse.
yeah, so it's gonna be a mess. Yeah. If we can even get anything out because we just laugh at everything.
Yeah. But you know what though? But not really going into what we're gonna talk about because I really don't know what we're gonna talk about.
I don't
And that's
either.
the thing with y'all, is like you never know.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
Um
And y'all thought we was talking about different things tonight, baby. Y'all might need to y'all gonna have to save, y'all gonna have to listen to it, watch it, save it, go back again because whew,
I think it's gonna be fun though. I think that people gonna get some out of the episode next week.
mhm.
And that's the objective for them to get something out of it every time
Right.
we pop on. But I
Yeah.
think next week is gonna be hella interesting.
Oh yeah. It is.
And y'all gonna see how Miss Go Getter, how she changes, how yeah. She
What?
yeah, because a
What? What
lot
do
of
you
people
mean?
think that they don't know, like, she is what I call you? Bouge ghetto. She's like a thug, but she's bougie with it too. So yeah. So next Thursday, y'all, we'll be back
I don't know
live.
what you're talking about.
You bouge ghetto.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I am.
Mhm.
But people only see what they really want to see. When people don't really know you or
Mhm.
never really talk to you or never really been around you, but they want to, that lets you know that they really want to.
What
So
you mean?
that means they really want to be around you or know you because they'll say stuff. When people say stuff about you, but they never really been around you, they don't really know you,
Mhm.
and they say stuff that's supposed to be like an insult. I don't take bougie. Like people say, "Oh, you're bougie." I don't take that as an insult. I'm like, "Yeah, I know. That's okay. I'm I'm good with that." But some people try to say it in a way like that's supposed to be hurtful, and it's like, no, ain't no way you thought that was hurtful. You couldn't
Mm.
have thought that was hurtful. Clearly, you don't know what it is.
I don't
But
know. Different strokes for different folks, I
but
guess.
right. But some people would say that because. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say sometimes people will say stuff when they don't really know you, never been around you, but they are watching you. That's because they want to be around you and they do want to get to be in your space or know you too.
Mhm.
But instead of them saying that or trying to, or maybe because I'm kind of like, uh, if I don't feel your vibe, I don't feel your vibe. So I just stay to myself. Hey, how you doing? Keep it moving. but they want to be in your space. So
Mhm.
they'll say stuff just because, but in all actuality, they really wants to be in your space. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, I understand.
But anyway, that's that because hey,
So with that being said, y'all, we'll see you guys next.
don't
week.
forget next Thursday, 7 p.m. And don't forget those pajama. But no, don't forget those tickets for the pajama party next Saturday, June the 10th. Okay, 9 to 1. Hit us in the DM, and don't forget the sponsorship and advertising. Hit us in the DM in the inbox. Okay.
Let's go. Yo, listen up, everybody. Have you heard the news? Got a brand new show that's breaking all the rules. Started out from VA and now we on the move. From local to global, cause we got something to prove. We came from the bottom, now we at the tippy top. To hold it down for our people, cause we all we got. It's a cold, cold world, but we keeping it hot. With our future on the line, ain't no time to stop. All work over here, still we having fun. Yeah, we say it like it is, ain't no holding our tongue. Go get us on the team, yeah, we getting it done. And shout out to Travell, yo, you number one. It started with a dream that turned into a vision. To educate new generations is our mission. Ears to the streets, yeah, we steady politicking. If it ain't about to change, mind your business.
Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. We top picks like we all up on the gram with it. Now wait again, minute. Wave your hands with it. Now wait again, minute.